All right, so we did it. We're here at last. We're finally done. The Blood Hunt comes to an end with Blood Hunt X-Men. This is the last of the tie-ins of the X-Men. Of the Blood Hunt event. This was sent to me by my friend Chris. Bro, thank you once again for not only this book as well as the others and others to come. I know that big stack right. If you're looking at point right there, that big stack right there is all the books I've been reviewing or on the list of books to review. So, and yeah, I appreciate everything Chris, aka the Mount Vernon Kid, does for me in these because God knows I couldn't afford them. Anyway, so Blood Hunt X-Men. This is basically what was going on during the Blood Hunt with the X-Men side of things. Now, it wasn't all the X-Men. And it's also funny because this was taking place in the start of the post-Krakoa era. So we weren't getting to like Jed MacKay's X-Men or whatever just yet. It was basically, we're here. We're kind of in a limbo place right now. So we have, it's 8 issues. It's 8 comics, technically 1 miniseries and 4 one-shots. The miniseries being 4 issues, in which that is Blood Hunt Wolverine. But we also have Jubilee, Magik, Psylocke, and Laura Kinney Wolverine. I'm going to actually start with the miniseries first, with Blood Hunt Wolverine. That story is kind of cool. It's written by Tom Waltz, who had been writing and had been writing, the TMNT. He'd been writing the TMNT IDW books. I don't know why I can't talk. I've done like so many videos today. My brain's fried. But in here, it's kind of a nice little sequel to a lot of what Ben Percy's early works were, because in here, Logan is being hunted by a now vampire Maverick, who is working with a vampire named Alyssa in order to capture him. For why? I'm not going to spoil it. But however, Logan teams up with a vampire hunter turned vampire he had met before in the earlier run of Ben Percy's run, which had been completely forgotten, or just that story just kind of came to an end. That character being, I have to look her name up because I literally forget every time. That being, what's her name? Louise. Louise was part of a vampire hunting order in France. She had teamed up with Wolverine and became a vampire herself. So now Louise and Logan have to team up to fight these vampires, and yeah, it's pretty cool. We get Vampire Maverick. It's a pretty fun story. I think it's my favorite because, again, it really does feel like, going back to Ben Percy's Wolverine. It really does feel like that, and not just because like the Louise thing, but also we get Agent Bannister, who is Ben Percy's equivalent of what if the dude from The Big Lebowski was a CIA agent. That's literally what he is. He looks like The Big Lebowski. He looks like, he talks like him. Like, he goes like, I don't know, man. It's like your opinion, man. He talks like, it's literally just The Big Lebowski as an X-Men character. And it's also fun because, like, I feel like Percy forgot about him. Like, I really do feel like Ben Percy kind of forgot about that character. Because I was like, hey, I forgot all about Bannister throughout the X-Men run. Percy's Wolverine run. So it is cool to see, like, he's still alive. Maybe he showed up in Percy's X-Force. I don't know, but he didn't show up in Wolverine's run for a while. Then there's so it's a lot of great fun. Wolverine fighting vampires is a solid comic. Don't get me wrong. The other one-shots, though, are varied. So I will say the Wolverine miniseries, it's pretty solid, of seeing like Wolverine just gut his way through various mutants. And I will say, though, that it does kind of is a step back from what Ben Percy's Wolverine was, which is kind of an evolution of a character of like learning to be, thankful for what he had. And I feel like that's kind of a step back for the character. The one-shots, though, the Jubilee one sucked. It really didn't feel like Jubilee, and it also didn't go too deep into her vampire background, and it felt like surface level stuff, you know what I mean? Then we also had the other one I didn't like, which was Laura Kinney's story, which involved her saving Gabby and, in turn, Dracula's son Zaris from vampires who were trying to use mutant blood to get superpowers, which has never been a thing. Like, the whole idea of, like, the vampires getting superpowers has never been a thing. Even back in the whole Curse of the Mutant storyline when vampires were attacking the X-Men, that was never a thing. In fact, the whole thing of, like, Wolverine's... of, like, Laura using her blood to, like, give the vampires a healing factor is not a thing. In fact, it's even canceled out by... in the Wolverine miniseries, where Logan's blood is literally healing from the vampirism. So I'm like, it kind of defeats itself. The two I did like, though, of the one shots, those two I did enjoy were Magic. Ilyana's one shot is really cool. I like the dark kind of Russian mythology with the vampires. And Psylocke, which is actually kind of a sequel to Hellions, which I think was a criminally underrated title over at during the Krakoa era of X-Men. So I thought that was really solid. It was really cool to see like a Marvel version of Kuchisake Ono and some other Japanese demons kind of take over. Although I feel like the writer, Steve Fox, did not give a shit that it was vampires. He's like, this is my one chance to do like Japanese monsters from folklore, so I'm going to do it here. And like I said, it's a cool way to showcase John Greycrow, formerly Scalp Hunter, and Quanon, because remember, Psylocke was two people: Betsy Braddock, who's now Captain Britain, and Quanon, who's her own woman and now taking on the moniker of Psylocke. So it is cool to see, because again, I really dug Hellions. I have all the volumes, barring the X of Swords event, those which were covered in those. I don't have X of Swords, but yeah, all in all, I think it's fine. I think it has a collection of aside from Laura and Jubilee's one shots. I feel like this is probably the most solid of the event X-Men tie-ins. I think it's the Blood Hunt tie-ins. Excuse me. God, my brain is so fucking fried. Of the Blood Hunt tie-ins, these are the ones that are most solid. So I would say if you're going to look at for tie-ins of Blood Hunt, I would probably say this one. Probably single issues of Dracula, Jack the Ripper, Union Jack the Ripper, excuse me, and Dracula. Yeah, Dracula, Union Jack, the Ripper, and Black Panther. And probably collection. If you wanted to get like a full trade, though, I'd say this. And the Dracula one. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That is pretty much my review. And yes, did it. I finished the whole Blood Hunt storyline. Took me only several months to do it. But once again, I'd like to thank my good friend Chris for this. And yeah, other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.